All right, first of all, if you know me in real life, if you a family member or you a friend that I knew in real life, click off this video ASAP. I do not need you coming up to me talking about, man, I seen your video about growing your shit. Do not come up to me in real life. SBS was good, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Lord, forgive me for the video I'm about to make because this video is gonna be a little bit more vulgar than usual. But there is a market for this stuff and a lot of people are very curious about semen retention. I personally went on a 4-year streak on semen retention. It's all documented on my YouTube. Go check it out. I feel like I can really give you guys good insight on growing your junk and lasting longer on semen retention, which is what this video is going to be about. Now, there's really only 3 ways that you're gonna be able to grow your penis, right? There's really only 3 ways, and that's mechanically, medically, and naturally. Now, the thing about semen retention is semen retention by itself isn't going to necessarily grow your stuff by itself. It can, don't get me wrong, because you might have longer and harder erections, but it's more about the stuff that you combine with semen retention that's really gonna help you make the most progress, right? And take it from me, I was able to grow 1.5 inches within, I started to see progress in about 1 year to 2 years on retention, combined with all these other practices that I'm about to tell you, right? Naturally, semen retention will help you increase your sperm count, increase your testosterone, and it'll naturally allow you to have more nutrients in your body that will allow your body to fuel parts that you would like, if that makes sense. Quick disclaimer before I get into the real details, I am not a medical professional, okay? I'm just a computer science major at my school, all right? But I happen to know a thing or two about this. I've surveyed a lot of other people. I've talked to a bunch of people that are on the same journey as me. And I noticed there were certain things that we had in common. Now, like I said before, there's really only 3 ways that you're gonna be able to grow your actual penis, right? And it's mechanically, medically, and naturally. Mechanically being using machines and surgery to grow your stuff, right? Now, each of these things have each of these things have its upsides and its downsides, right? And I'm gonna get into it, but we're gonna mainly focus on the natural part because most of you are gonna wanna do that, right? But I'll still tell you the 3 avenues just to give you some insight, right? Mechanically is doing surgery, or it's using machines to grow your shit, right? Now, you could do those little penis stretchers that you put on your dick, you like kind of turn it and it grows your shit, right? You can do surgery, right? That where the surgery, because the penis is an organ, it's a big organ and a muscle. So there's a bunch more parts of your penis inside your body and the doctors pull it out to make your shit look bigger. Or you can, do a practice where, you attach something heavy to your nuts and you kind of let it dangle. Again, the upsides of these is you'll get results quickly. Like within like a couple of months, you'll get results relatively quickly. The big downside is that you completely mess up, like you have a big risk of your dick straight up not working at all because there's certain parts that can break off and get severely damaged and your erections won't be the same, your shit won't feel the same, you might be in pain a lot. Like it comes with major risks, like major risks. Like if you're gonna do it, make sure you do a lot of research on it if you're gonna do it mechanically because you're going to reach a lot of health issues, especially down the road when you get old, when you have less hormones in your body and you really are gonna need it. It's gonna be, there's major downsides to it and it's usually actually not recommended by most people. But this is if like you're willing to accept the risk and you want results quickly, you can go that method. I wouldn't recommend it at all. It's extremely risky because naturally you mess with your natural body, you mess with your natural mechanisms when you do it unnaturally and when you do it mechanically. So when the natural things like trying to get an erection starts to come through, some things can go very bad for you when you try to operate yourself. Your body's gonna figure out like, hey man, something's wrong. And that could be a problem down the road. Now, the second one is medically, right? Viagra, honey packs, rhino pills, like taking something or injecting something to make your stuff bigger. Now, the upside with this is you're going to feel good, right? You're naturally, your shit's gonna get up. You're gonna have longer and harder erections, and you will last longer in bed, right? You'll last longer in bed because, again, it turns off certain hormones and it, not shuts down, but it like reduces certain muscles in your body that allow you to not really contract as much, right? Because orgasms is like contractions. The downside of this is it is temporary, right? And actually it won't even grow your base length. It'll just make your erections harder. So if you're good with that, again, you can do that. But again, that kind of stuff does come with health risks. The only medical thing that can help you with that's been studied for over a long period of time has been Viagra. Honey pack and rhino pills only really got popular around the 2020s, and there's not that much long-term research. So nobody knows what will happen 10, 20 years from now if you take those consistently. But it's very popular right now. If you need a quick fix, right, it'll help you, right? And you'll usually feel it instantly, right? But it's temporary. It'll only last you a couple of minutes, might even only last you a couple of hours, right? And then you're gonna be right back, and you might even be end up being smaller than what you was before, and you can easily build a reliance on it, which is not something you want. That's not something you want in the long term, right? So you got to be wary of that. Now, the last one, and this is what most people are probably gonna do because it's the safest route, is naturally being, your diet, semen retention, right? What you ingest in your body, doing things that you don't have to ingest anything, or you don't have to mechanically change anything. You just have to sort of change your lifestyle, right? Now, the upsides with this is you're going to get results pretty much almost guaranteed, right? And you're gonna feel great about yourself because now you did it naturally, right? You'll make yourself more healthier. You're gonna feel sort of better about doing it. It's gonna be the most fulfilling thing. The downside of it though is it takes a while. Like it takes a while to get results, but it's definitely possible. But it will definitely take a while to get results. So it could take you anywhere from a couple of months to even a couple of years for some people to get the results that they would like, right? But when it comes to naturally, it's, watching your diet, getting the right nutrients in. In terms of getting the right nutrients in, you got to understand your body's a machine, bro. And your body's going to work on survival first. You got to understand your penis is a muscle, right? And it's an organ. So naturally, if you feed yourself the right nutrients, the organs will grow, right? And I'm going to tell you a little secret of the most important nutrient that you should be eating, which is animal-based protein. Animal-based protein is really one of the main things that help people grow tall or be short. And naturally, if you're taller, you have bigger organs. Bigger organs means you have a better chance of having a bigger, you feel me? And the younger you are, the better off you'll be, because then you can start getting that animal-based protein and getting a good balanced diet. Like I said before, your body's a machine. So when you are doing things, its main priority is to survive. So if there's certain nutrients that it doesn't have, it's gonna focus on pulling those nutrients out of other parts of your body first, and then it'll probably work on your stuff. But again, there's certain parts of your body that the least important parts, they won't get as much love. They won't get as much focus on it. So you might notice that there's certain parts that won't work as well as they should if, let's say, you decided like, yeah, I'm gonna get the right nutrients, right? In terms of animal-based protein, that's the most important thing when it comes to natural. And obviously sleep, right? Because it'll help you grow, it'll help you recover. But animal-based protein is the number one thing, because when it comes down to animal-based protein, right? Historically, genetically, cultures that embrace eating meat and eating eggs and stuff like that and drinking like milk, they grow the tallest, right? And I promise you, I love these races, and I love everyone. Like, you feel me? Like, ain't no racist shit over here. We don't fuck with racists at all. But there's a reason why like Asians and Indians, they're, you know, a little bit shorter, and, you know, on average they have smaller meats. It's because of their culture and lifestyle. Of course, government too, you know, there's famines and stuff, but you got to realize that eating that animal-based protein is going to help. A lot of their diets, especially Indians, that's like high fat, not really that much protein, high carbs. And what happens with that type of diet is you don't grow as much, but you start to get a certain player build. That's why a lot of Indians are skinny fat, because of their diets. Evolutionary wise, yes, they've been able to survive, but they haven't been able to really grow and get a genetic advantage, right? So look at places like Europe where they eat a lot of meat, or Africa, right? Where they eat a lot of meat. Those people, they tend to be the tallest. Of course, certain parts of Africa, they're really short because, you know, they might not embrace eating meat as much, like say Somalia or Ethiopia, right? They don't eat as much meat, so a lot of them don't get as tall and they don't build like as much muscle as they really should. But in places like Europe and places like, you know, like West Africa, the people there are tall, right? Because again, they eat a lot of meat. Sometimes meat is really their only source of food over there, right? The Samoans, right? They're out on the water a lot. So a lot of them have to store fat and they have to be big. And a lot of them are tall because, you know, they used to fish a lot and they used to eat a lot of seafood, right? So animal-based protein, that's going to be the main X factor, right? In terms of naturally being able to grow your shit. Now, the thing about semen retention is it'll allow you to get more energy and absorb these nutrients easier. And you will naturally build more nutrients in your body that will allow you to, you know, get results quicker. But you got to make sure that, you know, naturally you need to be making sure you're eating right, you know, semen retention, getting the right sleep, going to the gym also. That's a natural thing that you can do. Moving your body a lot, because naturally you will put out more testosterone, and you will naturally, how do I say this? You'll naturally, when you work out, you'll naturally want to get those nutrients back in. That energy that you expended, you're going to naturally want to get that back in. And so going to the gym will help you increase blood flow. It'll give you all types of nice benefits that will help your shit grow. At the end of the day, bro, you have to realize that you can really change your shit, right? In terms of like DNA and evolution, if you start like feeding your kid animal-based protein, you notice that nigga gonna start to grow tall, right? I ate a lot of meat as a kid. My dad is 5'8", my mom is 5'4", I'm 6 foot. So understand that these shits work, bro. These are results. Like, they plan this shit out. They put a lot of meat in the diet because Africans, we eat a lot of meat. And so the downside of that is, obviously, I understand, like, yes, when you eat meat, and I was vegan for a while, trust me, I know about this. That's why I feel like I am qualified to speak on this, because I was vegan for a while and I don't regret it because I felt great, but I could have grown a lot more during that period, because I was vegan from 15 to 16, right? 16, close to 17, right? About a year and a half. And I'll tell you, right, that my parents were super against it. They were like, man, you can't be out here because you need the right, I forgot what vitamin it is that that animal-based protein has that other plant-based proteins and stuff don't have. But I was gonna say that I was vegan for a while, and what you'll notice is when you eat meat, yes, you are taking in like the animals, like bad karma, and you're taking in bad energy, but it's kind of you gotta pick and choose, right? If you decide to feed the spiritual, you're gonna have to deprive the physical. So those are the kinds of things that you have to look out for. When in terms of actually growing your shit, bro, it's really all about like changing your lifestyle. It's not really about just semen retention, because semen retention will help you feel less desensitized, and it'll help get the demons off of you in order for you to lock in on the other things that'll really get you progress. Semen retention is kind of like an extra boost, right? Because if you jack your shit all day and you still eat healthy, you'll get results, but you'll also mess up your results because you'll release a lot of nutrients, and you got to keep that shit in your body in order for you to grow. That's really what it is, right? If you're gonna release this shit, make sure you're having sex with girls, because you know, naturally you'll get more experience, and there's a bunch of other things I could make a whole nother video about on that. But yeah, man, that's how you do it. It's not really simple. It's not really easy, but it is simple. This will take a long time too. This will take months to years for you to actually see results. But if you stay on semen retention and make sure your lifestyle is good, go to the gym, I don't see a reason why your shit won't grow, and then you can no longer feel insecure about your shit. Let's go, yeah, you feel me? But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's a long video because I had a lot to say, man. This is something that I do feel like I know a decent amount. But if I did miss something, let me know in the comments, man. You guys know, bro. It's always love over here, bro. I appreciate y'all. It's a community, man. We help each other out, man. It's 2025, man. We don't need to do this shit alone, man. We in this shit together. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Love you guys.